This ESPN NFL special brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 39. Miller, there's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. Nike and K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K.
Atlanta, the final resting place of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. Beautiful memorial to him and his cause.
This is, in this kind of a situation, is where you miss a T.J. Duckett. You miss that 255-pounder. Now, you basically have Warrick Dunn at 180 pounds, but then again, you do have Michael Vick under center.
Dez White able to get off the field under his own steam. Vick, quarterback keeper, and will have the first down near the Carolina 45-yard line.
You know, to me, that was really a scary situation for the defense. You know why? Because you got about maybe 2 or 3 inches to go, and you got Michael Vick back there that can run past you anything he wants to do. But he ran a quarterback sneak. But I mean, in that position, that's tough.
See, I think this is a perfect down to take a shot. Play action pass, put the ball down the fields to Michael Jenkins, their #1 pick, or Peerless Price. Give him a chance to make a play.
Done. They were very successful running the ball early, then got away from it. Went to some more exotic formations.
I've been very impressed with the way Warrick Dunn stays on the hold. He's not a big guy. The natural tendency for someone who's as quick as he is would be to cut back and try and look for the holes and dance a little bit. He does an excellent job of reading his blocks, staying at the point of attack, and moving forward. Something Alex Gibbs, which I believe was the best acquisition the Atlanta Falcons made in the offseason, insists on.
And he loves the kind of offensive line he has got here, more athletic than powerful. And they're able to run the same kind of things that they did for so long in Denver. And for some reason, Julius Peppers has gone to the sideline for Carolina. We'll try to get a report on him. But Gibbs has a son who lives in this area, and it seemed to be the perfect fit because he was only a part-timer now with the Denver Broncos. He had a chance to come back full-time. It just seemed to fit for him.
And Chris Mortensen, our own Chris Mortensen at ESPN, really alerted the Falcons to the fact that Alex Gibbs might be interested in coaching again. Turned out pretty good for the Falcons.
Dunn again, can't get outside this time. They've done that a few times. Brenson Buckner got penetration to make that tackle.
You watch the Atlanta Falcons hand the ball off, hand the ball off, hand the ball. The anticipation of when Michael Vick is going to get the ball in his hands continues to grow and build.
But one of the things the defense will not do now, because they got burned a couple times earlier in the game, is they got the outside guys are going to stay on the outside.
Well, this team leads the NFL in rushing. They're 30th in passing, though. Vick again straight down the middle, and overthrown, intended for his big tight end Algie Crumpler, who has had a huge year. He was covered by Colin Branch.
Algie Crumpler just looked at that ball going by. It was high and fast. Watch Algie Crumpler look back at this ball. Look at this. What was that?
Well, it was where nobody could catch it. See,
I almost hit the goalpost.
See, Mike Vick at just right around 6 feet tall, to confine him to a pocket to try and throw down the middle of the field is asking an awful lot.
Dez White, we are told, an injured ankle. His return is questionable. Vick rifles this one complete. Finally found somebody open, and Jenkins, the rookie out of Ohio State, gains 22. There's a flag down in the secondary.
Once he masters working out of the gun.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for taunting on the offense, number 12.
Now this is dumb, and I mean dumb. You just got a first down. It'll still be a first down because the penalty is after the play. But there's taunting by Michael Jenkins after you make the catch. Here's the catch. All right, you finally caught one. This is your first one. Now what are you doing? Are you going to throw the ball at him? Yeah, El Dumbo.
See, I don't think he threw the ball at him, to be perfectly honest with you. I just think he spun the ball and signaled first down. It just so happens that a Carolina Panther guy is laying on the ground. I just don't agree with it. I think the officials are so sensitive to this taunting situation that it was a bad call. I don't agree with it.
Certainly the argument that Jim Mora is making.
Well, the ball hits the guy on the ground,
After
Joe.
it bounces, though. He bounces it on the ground. He doesn't throw it at him, Paul.
Dunn cuts outside past Minter down the sideline.
Really
nice run by Warrick Dunn.
Doesn't matter. Julius Peppers is on the sideline, so what they're doing is they're running to that side, to the right-hand side, the left of the defense. And look at this, they just get to the outside. I don't understand what Mike Minter was thinking about. He's got to stay outside. And here comes Julius Peppers. If he's coming back in the ball game, he looked like he might have hurt his wrist.
Has a hand injury. That now Warrick Dunn over 100 yards, his third 100-yard game this year. There he goes again. Dunn inside the 10 to the 7.
Warrick Dunn simply told the coaches, you give me the ball 25 times, I'm going to get you 100 yards.
He's already had it 18.
And he's doing real well. We're only midway through the third quarter.
He's over 100 already. But Julius Peppers is back in the ball game.
How effective will he be with a bad hand, though?
The way he plays, doesn't matter.
He'll use the other one. Dunn, nice cut. Touchdown. It seems that this blocking scheme for the offensive line is almost perfect for a guy like Warrick Dunn. You move along, one cut, goodbye.
He has great vision, such a veteran. He scored 6 touchdowns in the first 5 games and has only had 2 since then.
Feely for the point after. And Atlanta goes back on top, 17-10 at home.
I'm Joey Harrington of the Detroit Lions, and I joined the team. I help teach students about the importance of education and staying in school.
Visit jointheteam.com to make a difference.
Visit Carpets by Jamison, and you'll find the largest selection of designer flooring, wall coverings, and window treatments for all your decorating needs. Being an Abbey dealer, we are able to supply you with the top names in the industry, like Shaw, Mohawk, Beaulieu, and Milliken. Stop into our showroom today. You'll be amazed by the tremendous selection of style, color, and design we can provide you. At Carpets by Jamison, you can expect the best, from quality workmanship to satisfied customers. And remember, at Jamison's, we've been flooring you for 4 generations.
It's a Whiteside year-end closeout going on right now here in St. Clairsville, Ohio. It's a great time and unbelievable savings. 72 months free financing on 04 models. Come on out and check out some great deals on Chevy, Olds, Buick, Pontiac, Cadillac. We got them all here under one roof. Rebates up to $4,500. We have huge discounts, and we're giving you top dollar for trade-in. $3,000 cash back on used vehicles. Come on in right now. Hurry, this sale ends soon at Whitesides.
I'd like to show you the newest technology in glass, Sun Clean self-cleaning glass. It all starts with a durable clear coating that helps prevent water from spotting and streaking. When it rains or you spray the window off, the dust and dirt sheet off the glass with the water. Stop by our showroom on 29th Street in Wheeling and we'll show you how it works and receive 50% off self-cleaning glass with installation. At Wheeling Distribution, we're not a trade secret anymore. I'm Dan Shea and I approve of this window.
Falcons ate up 8 minutes and 12 seconds off the third quarter clock, going 71 yards in 14 plays. Warrick Dunn capped it with a 6-yard touchdown run.
See, that's what you call time of possession when you put 7 points on the board. That's when it's meaningful.
And that also helps you. How do you slow down that Carolina offense that we saw in the second quarter? Let them sit on a bench a while and watch.
The last 2 drives have taken over 17 minutes. Broussard, that one hit him Or check it, not Broussard, but Bennett. That ball hit him right in the crown of the helmet. He was able to recover and get a couple of yards. They just keep coming back. Now they'll have to do it again, down 7.
Wrangler 5-star relaxed fit premium quality denim. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
Wow, stuffed chicken marsala, stuffed chicken limone, sounds good.
Sounds good. Can you actually hear them being stuffed with 4 Italian cheeses? Can you hear the creamy marsala sauce? Is the limone calling?
It spoke to me, yes. Only at Olive Garden.
I'd like to experience a total system meltdown.
I'd like to lose all of my music files.
I would really love to get a virus and give it to all my friends.
Millions of Americans are just asking for a computer virus because they're not nearly as protected as they think they are.
I'd like it if someone stole my identity.
That's why America Online now gives away virus protection to all our members. Absolutely free.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Honey, wake up! Time for presents!
This holiday, show her how excited you are about her with a beautiful gift of gold from Kay Jewelers, because gold is the one language everyone understands.
Wow! Wow.
Every kiss begins with K.
On the joyous days of bowl week, my TV history. Tailbacks are sweeping, quarterbacks are throwing, missiles are blowing, head coaches screaming.
Capital One Bowl Week begins Monday, December 27th on ESPN.
Back in Atlanta at a sold-out Georgia Dome where the Falcons are up by a touchdown. The Panthers will start from their own 23. Goings gets about 4.
Jake Delhomme has really done an excellent job of moving the football around. Although it's under 15 yards, you see 5 for 5, 3 for 3 down the middle, 5 for 7 out to the left, taking a couple shots to keep this defense on it. 14 for 18, only 140 yards. That's a good job by the Falcon defense, not giving up the big plays, not creating an opportunity so the Carolina Panthers can get a cheap one.
Delhomme flushed and taken down. Great hustle by Rod Coleman. He just kept coming. The big lineman that they got from the Oakland Raiders.
Just take a look at this, Pitt. Watch these guys converge from the outside in. Now see the 2 guys in the middle? They stay in the middle. So when Jake Delhomme finally steps up into the middle, there's no place to go. 4 guys doing what they're supposed to do. 2 on the outside, forcing it in to the 2 on the inside.
Chad Lavalais also got a piece of the tackle, the rookie from LSU. 3rd and long for Delhomme. Blitz coming. Delhomme, Muhammad nearly made the catch, but did not. And Hall, even though I don't think he saw the ball, had perfect position to knock it away.
That's what you get when you read the receiver's eyes.
Actually, it was Allen Rossum.
And when you watch the receiver's eyes and look at Rossum, he sees it now, he goes up and he just puts his hand right up in between Muhammad's arms. There's no way to catch the ball.
Now he goes back and returns a punt.
Wow.
Sauerbrunn can just kill it. Drives Rossum all the way back to the 17. Got a block. Got another block. Rossum all the way across midfield. A 34-yard return. Brian Allen saved the touchdown. 17-10 Atlanta in a great position to start a drive when we come back.
Peyton Manning and the Colts hope to shatter the elusive single-season touchdown record against Ray Lewis and the tenacious Ravens D. Sunday Night Football, Ravens-Colts, tomorrow night at 8:30 on ESPN.
What's made us leaders in insurance and real estate for over 20 years?
Knowledge, experience, and results.
We're a team of professionals, and we're locally owned.
Insurance is an important part of what we do. Generations of families have trusted us.
Residential and commercial real estate.
We cover all the bases in all price ranges.
We know that buying or selling your home is a big investment.
At Paul Associates, we're all about happy endings.
Paul Associates, good neighbors, outstanding agents, superior results.
History comes alive on the confluence of the Kanawha and Ohio rivers. Here you'll find a place that tells the story of a battle fought and won. Located in the southern end of the town of Point Pleasant, Tewendowee State Park sits on 4 acres with a breathtaking view. Thanks to the West Virginia Lottery, money from lottery proceeds has helped keep this an historic place for learning and relaxation. A good thing for generations to come.
Ho, 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 they all gotta go. You don't need any dough, you just sign and go. Yeah, Christmas time is here, and the Suckers got the gear for a happy winter wonder year. Come on down here. Ho, 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 they all gotta go. You don't need any dough, just sign and go. Yeah, Christmas time is here, and the Suckers got the gear for a happy winter wonder year. Come on down here. Deals all the time. You'll lose your mind. Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Polaris, State Route 62, Andrew Cycle in Salem, Ohio.
Tomorrow, we hope you'll be with us to catch Sunday NFL Countdown for Michael Irvin's candid conversation with Peyton Manning. What does the future hold for the Cowboys? Plus Tom Jackson on the return to the Freak in Philly. Sunday NFL Countdown gets you ready for all the games at 11 a.m. Eastern. Vick under pressure. Just runs away from everybody. Let's go to Susie.
Michael Vick got hurt on that play. He's up. He's walking back off.
He doesn't get hurt. He just gets knocked down every now and then, Paulie.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Watch. You talk about some quick feet. He is gone. Once he gets to the outside, there's just no way to stop him.
Well, Mike Minter's waving at him. Dan Morgan's trying to catch him. And ultimately, Mark Fields has to cut him off at the pass. But once he starts to accelerate, no one catches him.
Where the speed is what separates him from everybody else. And Warrick Dunn pushed back as he got to the 22-yard line.
You know, Mike, it really begs the argument. Do you want to try and harness that athletic ability and say, Michael, I want you to become a pocket passer? Or do you let Greg Knapp, the offensive coordinator, develop the game around him? Like I said, they moved him into the gun just about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They've developed specific runs for him out of the gun. I think you have to take advantage of his athletic ability.
He is only 104 yards away right now from the all-time record set by Bobby Douglas. That was all the way back in 1972. And that was a pass that skipped into the ground about 10 yards away from him. I think he saw that ball. If he throws it where he wants to throw, it's going to be picked off, and he threw it into the ground.
Well, and one of the things about him, you're going to watch him throw this ball here. He throws it into the ground. But one of the things about him, he never even considers numbers. It doesn't bother him. I mean, it's
one number.
Yeah, one. Do we win? And that's all he really cares about. The only thing that's frightening about him is as he goes through the ball game, now you're into at 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. As much as he runs and as much as he takes a hit, that's when, you worry about him ever getting hurt.
Blitz coming. Plan roll on the run. And there are people who will tell you he is so much more accurate on the run than he is in the pocket.
So is Donovan McNabb. So is Ben Roethlisberger. What a nice job. He buys time. This is in the gun. You see him out as we move on Skycam. Look at the way he throws the ball. His feet become a problem for him when he sets in the pocket. They're moving so quickly. When he gets outside the pocket and he's on the run, to throw the ball at all accurately, your feet have to be in the proper position as well as your shoulders and hips.
Finneran, an outstanding possession receiver, has a couple of catches tonight. Another first down. Dunn. A little head fake will help pick up a couple for him. Let's go to Susie for more on Warrick Dunn.
Well, he has proven time and time again when he is asked to carry the load, he responds. His 3 years with the Falcons, he has 11 games with 20 or more carries. He's rushed for 100 yards in 9 of them, and that includes tonight. And he told me, just give him his cracks. He is still amazed that people aren't sold because he's not the prototype. He never will be. It's always an uphill battle, but he will live by the mantra. Little man, big heart. He is just a big-time player.
Which is, you're right, he has 118 yards tonight. Special human being on top of it, which makes it even better. This pass is caught for a touchdown. How did that get through?
Oh, my goodness.
Dez White made the catch.
Wait till we show you that one on pass track. I think that one might get close to 100 miles an hour. What a throw.
Chris Gamble that actually gambled?
He still doesn't believe it.
Chris Gamble thought he was going to knock this ball down. Look at this thing. And that thing hits Dez White. Here it comes. Here comes the rocket. This thing is dropping.
He actually does get a pinky on it.
That wasn't enough.
Wow.
And Dez White somehow hung on for his second touchdown catch of the season. It wasn't the tightest spiral he has ever thrown, but that baby was whizzing when it got there.
When they don't show style points when it comes to touchdown passes.
We'll be back to Atlanta in a moment.
We should take a picture. Come on, everybody get around the tree, okay? Say cheese.
Take Grandma's hint. She wants a digital camera from Staples. And we make it easy with top brands, trained associates, and everything you need to bring your pictures to life.
Oh, get one with me and the dog. Just push here.
Staples, that was easy.
At Think Smalley Rent-A-Car, we have a special service just for small businesses. Petey. Petey will help you find your car faster. No sense of direction? Let Petey point the way. We'd love to offer you more, but who do you think we are, Hertz?
Hertz offers small businesses #1 Club Gold, never lost, and over 1,000 suburban locations. It's your trip. Rent wisely. And with Sirius Satellite Radio, you can get commercial-free music and sports, including the entire NFL.
Welcome to the Michael Vick experience.
Put your hands and feet in the harness. Enjoy the ride.
That's not in the playbook, but it should be.
Thanks for coming in.
Alias premieres with a special 2-hour event, Wednesday, January 5th, only on ABC.
It is a 14-point lead for the Atlanta Falcons. One of the reasons that the Carolina Panthers were able to come back this year is because John Fox, when they were 1-7 and being beaten by San Francisco, said, you know, guys, we're going to do this. We're going to find a way to win this game. And they did. And they've been winning ever since. Brandon Bennett on this return. 2:41 to go, third quarter. Can they come back again?
Dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may may all your Christmases be white.
Tuesday on The Real Gilligan's Island. A shocking 2-hour finale that begins with a scream.
It just panicked.
And ends with one unbelievable surprise.
Do you think Kate would vote against Gilligan?
Mr. Stearns realized that he needed my partnership.
Will.
That money so close I can smell it.
I will break that relationship up.
It could work.
Rescue. Let's make a deal.
You can't buy me.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
A 2-hour event you cannot miss. The Real Gilligan's Island finale. Tuesday at 8 on TBS.
Our double coverage weekend of the NFL continues tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern. Peyton Manning will go after Dan Marino's single-season record of 48 touchdown passes. Ray Lewis and the Ravens defense determined not to let him have it and to win that ball game in Indianapolis. Our coverage starts with NFL prime time at 7:30. Peyton has already had an incredible season with 46 scoring passes. Can he do it tomorrow night? Delhomme with time. Prohl. Ricky Prohl has more catches than any other player in NFL history who has not gone to the Pro Bowl. That one was for 27 yards. This guy has always found a way to get open, and when he gets open, he makes the catch.
And the Carolina Panthers want to move along with a little no huddle. You know that the Atlanta Falcons are somewhat of a new defense, got some holes of their own on the other side. Spread them out, move it around.
Coming the blitz this time, and Delhomme with a pump and go intended for Muhammad, and they had him pretty well covered that time.
Well, Muhsin Muhammad slipped coming out of the break, but I think that Jake thought he was going towards the corner, and he kind of broke off the route.
I love it when offenses change up a little bit. Dan Henning, to me, like I said, I had the opportunity to have him coach me when I was in Washington. One of the most inventive guys there is. We saw what he did in the last 5 games, creating opportunities, maintaining a running game when you're down to your 5th or 6th running back.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Blitz, screen to Goings, and Delhomme really threw that very hard for a screen pass. That was a tough catch for Goings.
He threw it behind him and threw it too hard, but if the pass would have been on target, Goings had some room to run on the outside because there was only one man out there. Take a look at it. It's going to come right back into your face here. Take a look at if Goings catches this ball, there is only one man that they had to beat, and he had a blocker on him.
The Falcons wanted to make it difficult for people to come into this place and play and try and communicate. Sure is loud.
They showed blitz and backed out of it. Delhomme in trouble. Loose ball. It looks like the Falcons have it. Brady Smith came from the blind side, and Patrick Kearney made the recovery.
I'll tell you what. Brady Smith, he comes, I mean, they're flying. They know that Jake Delhomme is back to pass. Take a look at this back on the outside. That's Gross trying to block him. He can't. Jake Delhomme hit, the ball comes out, and you talk about teamwork. Patrick Kearney recovers the fumble. Unbelievable. I tell you, that just shows you the speed of this defense.
Jordan Gross is one of those guys that has been moved around on the offensive line. Remember, this offensive line has had a lot of movement since the team that played in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Been a lot of changes up front. That was also one of the problems they had early.
Up by 14, the Falcons now have the ball. Jason Wright has checked in at running back. He was just activated from the practice squad. And Wright takes a shot from 310-pound Brenson Buckner. This is almost the identical rip he took when he came in for the first half and got his first career carry. Brenson Buckner nailed him in the backfield.
Look at the field position. The Falcons have started on their own 43, and the Panthers on their own 28. A lot of that has had to do with 2 key turnovers and Allen Rossum bringing the ball back.
Well, how important are special teams? And this team here, the Atlanta Falcons, they run the special teams as well as anybody in the National Football League. Both coverage and running the ball back.
Joe DeCamillis, their special teams coach, is special.
Oh, that's holding.
Vick launches this one, and it's intercepted by Kris Gamble. The pass was underthrown, and Michael Vick still down.
He was down more because he was mad at himself. Just couldn't get enough on the ball. This ball is thrown too late. He gives Kris Gamble a chance to catch up to it. Watch this. The fake. Here comes the pressure. Dan Morgan stepping into his face was just enough to have him underthrow it. And Kris Gamble goes up to get it.
And, Paul, you couldn't be more right about holding. There seems to be a holding on every play where there's a pass thrown, and it's not called very much anymore.
Well, Dan Morgan that time was in the backfield, and as he went by the tight end, Eric Beverly, he was holding him, and you can see the guy trying to pull him back.
But a break for the Panthers, even though they're backed up to their own 3, they get away with no score. Goings on the toss. And they get some operating room as he gets out to the 9.
All right, take a look at, here comes Dan Morgan now. He's coming up, and that's Eric Beverly holding. Look at this. I mean, you're already by.
That's not holding. That's grabbing. That's hanging on.
I mean, how you, if you're the referee, you're standing, you can't see that?
That's virtually kidnapping. I mean, he just had a hold of him for 5 seconds.
He's lucky he has a shirt.
It's no wonder defensive players are frustrated these days. Goings again. Lowered his shoulder, nothing there. Falcons defense just swarmed to the ball that time.
Matt Stewart, number 52, getting his chance to make a play. Boy, Patrick Kearney, Brady Smith, Keith Brooking, we've really seen them all do a great job. That front 7, led by Rod Coleman, has really stepped up.
They may be small, Joe, but they are got a great amount of speed.
Well, they're playing the right kind of defense now. They weren't set up for a 3-4. They were set up for a 4-3 to be able to run with speed.
And when they get the lead, as they do now, they really let it loose. 24-10.
Nice Harley.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna get one of those myself, but I spent the $64.95 on a killer dinette set. It was tough, you know. It was Harley, dinette set, Harley, dinette set.
The 2005 Sportster is here.
Went with a dinette set.
The bike you've always wanted starts at $64.95.
For the past 2 years, my mom has been the team mom. She likes to knit a lot. She watches very closely what we eat.
Boys, what is this?
And of course, she makes sure we eat our Campbell's chunky soup, like new savory beef pot roast.
How about those big chunks of beef and veggies?
Our team's a family, and she's the mom.
Campbell's Chunky. It fills you up right.
Falcons on top as we go to the 4th quarter, up by 14 points, looking for their 11th win of the year. Rookie head coach Jim Mora is the first to admit that really good record is a big factor of having his quarterback healthy this year, but it's more than that. He deserves a lot of credit as well.
Well, I think one of the things about him that makes him such a great coach is he's taken so much from everybody he has coached with, and these guys know who the boss is.
Well, he basically set the tempo. He said, look, we want teams to play at our tempo. They either can't or they're going to be unwilling to play at the tempo that we set. When you watch them work in practice, it's the same fast tempo. From the time these guys hit the field, they don't spend a lot of time out there. But I was talking to Jim after practice on Friday. He said, do you realize the other day we ran 101 plays in an hour and 35 minutes? He gets them in and out and gets them moving. That's the way that defense is playing tonight.
He had a great line in the locker room last week after they won the division, after they clinched the title. And here's Delhomme to Mangum, and another big play by Jake Delhomme that got the ball out to the 35. The ball came loose, no whistle as yet. The Falcons have it. Now the officials will huddle up and decide whether he was down.
Well, I'll tell you what, nobody really blew a whistle. They were all standing around watching Mathis run with the football.
But I tell you what, I think it's a good piece of officiating if they blow the whistle.
The field was that the receiver was down by contact, first down.
Well, he was down
takes
by
care
contact.
of that. They don't review anything. But if they delay blowing the whistle and let the play go to its conclusion, then they've got a chance to get the call right.
Well, let's think of some of the calls tonight. We've got a taunting penalty that I don't think really was. You got a shot out of bounds on one team. The other one's not called. You've got mugging, which hasn't been called a whole lot. Now there's a little hesitation as to whether the receiver was down. I think they can be a little more efficient, a little more decisive with their calls.
Delhomme under pressure throws this one's out of bounds. Back to Jim Mora with the line in the locker room as he gave a game ball to Arthur Blank, the chairman of the Atlanta Falcons, who says, get a big room. We're going to give you a lot of these.
You really like to. I like being around the guy because he is so positive about everything.
Very enthusiastic, as was his dad, the longtime NFL coach, the ex-Marine. Delhomme on 2nd and 10 under pressure, somehow got out of there and throws complete to the sideline. What a play by Delhomme. Got it to Mike Seidman, the tight end. That was unbelievable.
I tell you, we see what's his name running with the ball, Mike Vick, but watch Delhomme when he breaks himself out of this thing. I can't believe he gets this ball away.
He gets pushed back. Now he spins out, does a nice job of keeping up everything downfield. Now the Falcons sideline says, no, it's not a catch, but it's been ruled a catch.
Watch Seidman now. Does he have control of the ball when he goes out? Yeah, he does.
Are his feet in?
He's challenging the ruling on the field of the catch at the sideline. We'll review the play.
From that first angle, it looked like it was a catch. We'll check it during the timeout and report back to you in a minute.
Ooh, boy, the holidays are busy. I can never get everything done. But my brother Kris, he was born ready. Heck, he was walking at 3 months. Me? I prefer the thrill of last-minute shopping.
Hi, I need some stuff quick.
Sure.
For my wife, my uncle, 3 cousins, and some elves.
All right.
There's only one Kris Kringle. For the rest of us, there's Best Buy.
And it tastes good, too. Good ones. So I got one. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9. Good one, boss. Very good, sir.
More style, more status. The redesigned Camry SE. Now that's moving you forward.
When you want to find her just the perfect gift, it helps to know the people who know diamonds. Zale's exquisite 3-carat diamond bracelet, just $499.99. Zale's, the diamond store.
It's the fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell, loaded with authentic carne asada steak and grilled fajita vegetables, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and grilled to go.
Ooh, fajitas.
For sizzling fajita taste, think outside the bun.
This ESPN NFL special brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's moving forward. Best Buy, thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Zales, the Diamond Store. And Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Back in Atlanta, we are in the midst of a review of a critical play in a 14-point game as Carolina trying to come from behind again. The pass to Mike Seidman, is it a catch or not?
I think his feet are in, so he has his feet in, but I don't believe he has possession of the ball. See how the ball goes right through his hands, right into his body. Now his right foot is off the ground when it steps out of bounds. I do not believe that this will be a catch. I think this will be overruled and be incomplete.
Are you done, old mouth that roars? Will you just wait for a moment? You know, one of us has to disagree with you. I'm disagreeing. I think it's going to be a catch.
And what are you basing it over? Oh, wise one.
That's right. Well, I'm basing it on he's got his foot down, he makes a catch, and it's got to be indisputable evidence that you can overturn it. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I don't think there's enough evidence to overturn it because they already called it a catch on the field.
Yeah, and I don't think he has the ball, which makes it not a catch.
Well, we're going to find out in just a minute.
Well, I'm going to come down in the middle of it because I agree with Joe. I don't think it was a catch, but I agree with Paul because I don't think he can find indisputable evidence to overrule it.
Now, wait a second.
It's Christmas.
Well,
it's Christmas in a few days, and I'm not arguing with either one of you. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Here's the referee's decision.
We've got two games next weekend, too.
Okay.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Completed catch, first down, Carolina. Atlanta is charged with their first team timeout.
Don't say anything.
I'm not.
Don't say a thing.
Not saying a word. I'm
not either.
I don't agree, but I'm not saying a word.
I'm not saying anything either.
I don't believe he had possession of the ball.
Well, it's over.
That's
okay?
right. Let's move on.
It's over.
Great catch.
I thought it was magnificent the way he got his foot down.
It was a heck of a throw, I'll tell you that, and a great job by Jake Delhomme to get free. And it keeps this drive going. 1st and 10 to 48. What a catch by Muhammad. Went up and snatched it out of the air.
All I'm going to say to you folks when you see this, baby, is look at all the red shirts that are around him when this ball is thrown and where it is thrown and Muhsin Muhammad going up and getting it. This is just unbelievable. Take a look at this throw and the height in which Muhammad goes up. Look at the red shirts around him. Great catch.
That's the first catch that he's made this half. They've shut him down. The Falcon defensive secondary had done a good job up till that point containing Muhsin Muhammad.
For the game, 9 for 118, and it's really been a couple of throws to the tight end. The rest have gone to Muhammad, and this one is badly overthrown, intended for Ricky Prohl. Actually, 3 Falcons had a better shot at it than anybody for the Carolina Panthers.
I've been very impressed with Carolina's offensive line. The job they've done, except for 1 or 2 plays here and there, they've done a terrific job. They're going 4 wides. They're forcing the Falcons to either come after them or drop back. They're choosing to drop back, and Jake's finding the holes.
Just remember one thing. Carolina loses this ball game, it's over for them. They have to win.
This is one of many playoff games.
Delhomme, little sidearm delivery, and there's the tight end. Seidman just pushing people downfield until he reaches the 10. Gain of 16 yards. Seidman, a 261-pounder out of UCLA.
Coming in.
Did you ever have a tight end that big?
Yeah, I did. Donnie Warren was my tight end. Was that Donnie Warren, Rick Walker, and Clint Didier. As a matter of fact, very similar to what you see here with Mangum, Seidman, and Gaines, the rookie.
Delhomme fakes the end around, throws to the end zone, touchdown. Is it Mangum, the tight end? He's still down.
Yep.
And it is. Mangum with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, and Carolina is back within 1 score.
One of the things we've seen around the leagues is tight ends making plays. This is a simple fake inside, fake reverse. Now get it up real quick. What a wonderful job of anticipating the throw. Look at people say, well, you have to have your feet under you. No, you don't. Jake throws that one with almost both feet off the ground and manages to get it out. Very decisive, knows exactly where he wants to go, and then congratulates his offensive lineman.
Mangum can't get off the field. He's taking a knee down about the 3-yard line. He landed on his back, but made the catch and held on to it.
That, folks, was a 97-yard drive when they absolutely had to have it. Great job by Delhomme. And they benefited from a call that was challenged on the sideline that kept the drive going. A catch by Seidman, and Mangum is up able to go to the sideline, and now they'll try the extra point with John Casey to make it a 7-point margin.
The cardiac cats, they're back.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They just don't quit.
You wouldn't expect it from a John Fox football team.
No, but you could understand it at 1-7, how somebody would mail it in after that, and they have not done it. They have not hung their heads. They haven't felt sorry for themselves. They bought into the idea that, hey, you are what you are. We're 1-7. We still got a shot, and they've made the most of it.
Tonight on SportsCenter, how Big Ben helped Pittsburgh steal a game from Eli. Break down the Panthers' wildcard hunt and why Peyton will keep his date with history on Sunday. It's SportsCenter right after the game.
Wallace Jewelers, your local master IJO jeweler, is pleased to present a collection of exclusive jewelry designs. These elegant creations feature quality workmanship combined with exceptional value and can only be found at Wallace Jewelers. Brilliant quality, service, and jewelry. Look beautiful and feel beautiful with brilliance you deserve. Visit Wallace Jewelers in Bethlehem, West Virginia.
I was in a very bad car accident, and I've been in the hospital for a while, and I'm just now getting home, resting.
Serious injuries call for serious legal help.
I've spoken to the insurance company, and they're very nice. They are offering a very good settlement. It sounds good, but my uncle, he informed me that I should get a lawyer.
That's right. We know if the insurance company's offer is fair.
Call Gold, Corey, and Turak. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
Wrap up the savings on a brand new Cadillac here at Bob Robinson Chevrolet Cadillac. I'm Sherry McCutcheon here with Kevin Cook. Kevin, this is a great time to save.
Savings and selection at the Valley's #1 Cadillac dealer, Bob Robinson in downtown Wheeling. We have a great selection of STS, the all-new 2005 model from Cadillac. You can lease one for as little as $499. And check out Escalades here and on sale. Don't miss your opportunity to wrap up the savings now at Bob Robinson Chevrolet Cadillac in downtown Wheeling.
Monday Night Countdown, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. The best place to get ready for Monday Night Football. Then on ABC at 9 Eastern, Tom Brady and the Patriots go to Miami to take on the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. We have another beauty here as the Panthers will kick off down by 7 against the Falcons.
Somebody better tackle this guy,
Rossum has already broken Billy White Shoes Johnson's all-time return record for the Falcons. Let's check in with Susie.
Mike, if you're wondering how this Panther team can keep on fighting back, John Fox says it's the team effect. And with that, you can accomplish absolutely anything. He points to the Philadelphia Eagles. He said everybody says that that team is unbeatable within the conference. But he says every team is beatable if you play together as a team. He said that they miss all those guys, of course. On paper, are they as good? No, but in reality, they may just be.
Well, the comeback that they have made, just remarkable. Peppers goes down. This one's knocked away by Manning. Intended for Algie Crumpler. They have won 5 straight games to get to 6-7. And they are still very much alive in this NFC.
Overall, I think Carolina has done an excellent job of containing Michael Vick. When we had him a year ago, he rushed for 141 yards against the Carolina Panthers. They've not given up the big runs to him tonight.
Crumpler hasn't had much of a night. Warrick Dunn has. He has run the ball extremely well. Knocked down by Mike Rucker as he picks up a couple, and it will be 3rd and long for Atlanta.
Mike Rucker, Mike, came down the line of scrimmage from the right-hand side all the way to the hole. They didn't block out on him, and finally they're realizing when the ball is handed off to Warrick Dunn, you better get down the line and get in the hole.
We saw Carolina come up with a key 3rd down to keep momentum going. The Falcons have to do it to keep the drive alive, to slow things down on the Carolina Panthers side.
And the Falcons have to burn a timeout. They had too many men on the field.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, Mr. Hugenacker, I insist.
Take that back for you there, Mr. Hugenacker. Oh, no, I can manage. Are you sure?
Hello, Mr. Hugenacker. Come back and see us real soon.
It's a pleasure having you, Mr. Hugenacker. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Bogey, my man, your car is ready.
Hope you had a good Mr. Hugenacker.
More style, more class. The redesigned Camry SE. Now that's moving you forward.
Capital One Mascot True Love Challenge.
Nothing like a day in the sun to see if Melissa's love for one of these mascots heats up.
So who wants to put lotion on my back?
Help Melissa choose by voting at CapitalOneBowl.com for the National Mascot of the Year. Tune in to the Capital One Bowl to see who wins.
What's in your wallet?
Oh, man, there's a line.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
Hey, have it your way. Now, if part of that means choosing fire-grilled over fried, that's a pretty good place to start. Where you take it from there, well, you're holding the steering wheel.
On the joyous days of bowl week, like TV history, tailbacks are sweeping, quarterbacks are throwing, whistles are blowing, head coaches screaming.
Capital One Bowl Week begins Monday, December 27th on ESPN.
Falcons by 7 with 11:39 to go in the ball game. 3rd and long for Mike Vick and company.
Big 3rd down.
Arthur Blank and Rich McKay, the general manager. McKay seated. He knows what it takes to build a franchise. He did it in Tampa Bay. An outstanding front office executive. Blitz coming. Vick throws underneath the Crumpler, and it looks like he was stopped about a yard shy of a first down by middle linebacker Dan Morgan, and here comes the punt team.
Boy, having Dan Morgan back and Mark Fields has just made a world of difference in this Carolina defense. And with Algie Crumpler down, we're getting towards the playoffs. That is not a guy you want to lose. 45 catches, 16.4 per reception, 6 touchdowns. Quick hook outside, gets up in the air, makes the play.
Well, what a great play by Morgan, number 55. Just take a look at this. Algie Crumpler catches this ball. That's a big man. All could have gotten a first down except for Morgan. He just stopped it. Yeah, he knew it.
And Crumpler by far their leading receiver in terms of catches and yardage.
Dan Morgan missed the last 6 games because of concussion, so Carolina's just now getting him back.
And people have asked, why would you have a guy like Michael Vick, who is so good at running around? Why would the tight end be the #1 receiver in this offense? And it's pretty simple when somebody reminds you that's the closest guy to Michael Vick.
Well, it's not just Michael Vick. Look around the National Football League, the Jeremy Shockey's, the Tony Gonzalez's, Antonio Gates out in San Diego. What a difference he's made to that football team. He's also the easiest guy to find when you're standing in a pocket because he's right in front of you.
And look what Carolina did with Jake Delhomme on that last drive. Those were tight ends who were catching the balls.
Exactly.
Muhammad caught a pass over the middle, but the other 3 passes were caught by tight ends.
Plus, I also think it's easier to design mismatches with the rule emphasis that exists today to work on linebackers with your tight ends.
Especially when your tight ends now are 265, 270, and some of the linebackers are 235 who are covering them.
So, and they're former basketball players.
Right.
Great athletic ability.
Falcons will punt it away. Broussard is deep. And Broussard muffed the ball. It's loose. The Falcons have it. What a huge break as Broussard coughs up the ball. And now, under the pile, Carolina got it back. What a break for them.
No, they didn't.
Excuse me. Even though the Falcons come out with a football, one of the officials points and says Carolina has it.
He was wrong because they don't have it. This is all Atlanta Falcon ball. That's Kevin McAdam, number 25. We got him before. Broussard, the rookie out of San Jose State. Ball just goes right through his hands. And then he gets absolutely nailed. Now the scrum is on. And you see 25 McAdam come flying in to make the play right through his hands. He took his eye off it.
Look at it. You can see
the rush.
Yeah, you can see his face looking straight downfield, and there's just absolutely no way you can catch the ball. You've held on this long. Your defense has done the job, and then you turn it back to him. That's inexcusable.
They've got to do it again.
Dunn hit in the backfield. He will lose a yard. One official came in and signaled that Carolina had gotten the ball back. Then one of the Falcons actually ran out of the pile with the ball, and that pretty much took care of that call.
You get in those scrums, it's usually the biggest guy on the bottom that winds up with the football, Michael.
And John Fox has got to be heartbroken.
Yeah, but look what the defense just did on the very first play after Atlanta gets the ball back. It's a 2-yard loss.
I think you got to move Michael Vick a little bit here. Get him moving a little.
Pump fake. He's hit. Oh, the ball is loose, and Julius Peppers had it. So long, Peppers.
Oh, man. You know who hit him? It was Fields. Number 58 came in and just crunched Michael Vick. And Julius Peppers takes that baby out of the air. And I'm going to tell you something. Even Michael Vick would have never caught him.
This is the same philosophy that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have used against Michael Vick since he came into the league. They're not going to play zone. They're going to bring pressure. And holy mackerel. Obviously, Julius Peppers is going to go to the Pro Bowl. Why not be Defensive Player of the Year?
One of the things I said at the beginning of this game, Michael, was this. In the 5 victories in a row for this Carolina team, they had taken the ball away 22 times.
They've had some key ones tonight.
Well, this guy in Peppers had an interception for a touchdown. Now he's got a fumble for a touchdown.
He goes 61 yards on this one. The interception return was 97 yards. Now Feely will try to tie it. Holy cow, what a turnaround. Atlanta trying to get into at least field goal territory to go up by 10.
Well, here comes Field. They just drill him. Now take a look at Julius Peppers. When he catches ball, there isn't a man on this field that's going to catch Julius Peppers. Watch this. Look at the athletic ability of him. He just one-hands the ball, and goodbye.
It's Brenson Buckner, number 99, who just comes flying in over Keenan Forney and just absolutely puts the crunch on Michael Vick. A little pump and go they tried. I still believe if you're the Atlanta Falcons, get Michael Vick out of the pocket. Let him do things on the move.
6 interceptions a week ago for this defense. They are at the turnover window again tonight.
I mean, it's just amazing. And again, you know, you understand what they're doing, because if they lose, they're out. They know they're out. They've got to win their last 3 games, which includes this ball game here. Now, they've tied this baby up. And I'll tell you what, they are fired up.
See, I look at this as an opportunity for Michael Vick to grow up. You see, he's only 9 for 20, throwing 2 touchdowns, 2 critical interceptions. Obviously, that one was a fumble. You don't know. The interception he threw that Chris Gamble got allowed Carolina to go 97 yards on a drive and really get back in the ball game.
Well, there is your difference maker. That's Julius Peppers. I mean, I don't know of anybody that his size can outrun him.
There isn't any.
No. Rossum comes up a long way to get this. And now here's the lateral. It goes to D'Angelo Hall, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. And D'Angelo Hall with a huge return.
You know what you're seeing on this football field tonight? A whole lot of speed. Because after D'Angelo Hall catches this from Allen Rossum, he is motoring.
You don't think Joe DeCamillis is staying up nights thinking of this stuff?
Well, and they wanted D'Angelo Hall to be their kick returner. Allen Rossum has done such a fabulous job. Look at the speed. Yeah, Beverly almost knocks him over, Eric Beverly, and he still manages to get in position. Now remember, they were about in this same place before when Julius Peppers took the ball away.
Now out of the eye, Dunn, the deep man. Warrick Dunn will get the carry, lowers his head inside the 35. They'll mark it at about the 33. The blocking back is Fred McCrary, who was just signed because Justin Griffith broke a bone in his ankle. He's out for the year. T.J. Duckett had his knee worked on this week. They hope to get him back next week, so they're very short on back.
Well, keep in mind, too, we've always talked about the Carolina Panther front four: Julius Peppers, Brenson Buckner, Mike Rucker, and, of course, Jenkins. Kris Jenkins is gone. Probably the best front four in football. 3/4 of those guys are there. You're not going to run on them very easily.
Dunn again. Breaks a tackle. And the little man inside the 30.
You know, at the beginning of the show, I said, athlete for athlete, the only guy that really compares with Michael Vick on this field was Julius Peppers, number 90. And you just take a look at what happens here, and his athleticism is just unbelievable. Not only does he get the ball in midair, Joe, but when he hits the end zone, they're in the red shirt near him.
He was pulling away from everybody. Mike Vick, you know, I mean, he plays so hard. Give him a chance to make some plays for this offense. They're very crucial third down for the Falcons.
For Warrick Dunn, 25 carries, 127 yards. Now it's 3rd and 2, and it's up to Dunn again. First down and more for Warrick Dunn to the 24.
That's just great line play. This offensive line, they got it handed to them a couple times, and now they're stepping forward. And the only way you're going to win this football game, I think, is to try to run this thing down Carolina's throat.
You saw Arthur Blank, the owner. Last shot we saw it, he was standing next to Rich McKay in the box. All of a sudden, after Julius Peppers, he wanted to get down on the field and see it up close and personal. There's a man who has taken truly a personal interest in this game tonight.
New set of downs for the Falcons. Play fake Vick. Throws it away, and that ball was straining to get back to the original line of scrimmage, which it has to do, or it's intentional grounding.
Michael Vick doing a little politicking. There it is.
There's the flag. Now this, Joseph, is what you call a delayed flag.
Yeah, but you know what? I like what they've done.
Intentional grounding, number 7. Even though the quarterback was out of the pocket, he never got it back to the line of scrimmage. That's a spot foul, loss of down.
This used to be a call by the referee only, but because he was watching the quarterback, he couldn't really tell where the ball was going to go. Now he gets help from the other officials. I think it's a beautiful way to do it.
That's why I like it. Okay, let's see. The line of scrimmage is the 24-yard line. Michael Vick's in the pocket. Where does the ball go out of bounds? Where does it go out of bounds? To me, it looks like it went out around the 28 or 29. Didn't get there. You can argue all you want. Fact of the matter is, it didn't quite get to the line of scrimmage. It's a judgment call, and Jim Morris says to Arthur Blank, I think it was there.
It was clearly short. The only question, how short? And the official judgment, too short. Crumpler double teamed. The ball overthrown.
What I don't understand here is why Michael Vick didn't tuck it and go. I mean, there was coverage downfield on Crumpler, but Michael Vick had an open field to the outside.
See, this is the thing, Paul. People say, gee, Michael Vick, why do you run so much? Now all of a sudden he decides to try and throw the ball. He feels like he's got to play down the field. He's trying to be a quarterback, not just go out and run the ball. And Algie Crumpler gets really turned around.
I understand that, but when you got Michael Vick in the open field, you got to let him. He had to tuck that one away and go.
Big play here. Vick hangs in the pocket, rifles this one to Crumpler, and Algie Crumpler's down to the 22. The ball comes loose, and the Panthers have it again.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I got to believe that you're here. Yeah, Moore's got the red flag in his hand. He's looking upstairs. Should I throw it or not? Was he down by contact? Again, Carolina takes the ball away. Here it comes. There's Algie Crumpler. Now, remember, he doesn't have the first down. But that ball's out. I'm sorry. And the ball is out. It is a fumble.
Artrell Hawkins came in from the right side and knocked it loose. That is obviously out of there before he was down.
Look at I mean, Mora threw that flag about 30 yards. That was a nice throw by Mora, but this ball was coming out before he hit the ground. This is a fumble. And Crumpler knows it.
Atlanta is challenging the ruling of the field of the interception. They feel the receiver was down. We'll review the play.
If he is not right, this will be the last Atlanta challenge. This one's gone, and they will burn another timeout, and it doesn't look like they're right.
Tonight on SportsCenter, how Big Ben helped Pittsburgh steal a game from Eli. Break down the Panthers wildcard hunt and why Peyton will keep his date with history on Sunday at SportsCenter right after the game.
Perception can be everything in business. If your business doesn't look the best, how can it be the best? Wheeling Office Supply has been making area businesses look their best for over 54 years. By utilizing the latest computer office design services, Wheeling Office Supply can transform any environment into a state-of-the-art office facility. And along with our expertise in office design, we also offer a wide range of office supplies and furnishings to make your business a complete success. Call or visit Wheeling Office Supply today at 1420 Market Street in downtown Wheeling.
There for you, care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. There for you, care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
It's year-end inventory sell-down time at Auto Choice. Huge selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all priced at the year's lowest prices. Interest rates as low as 0%. Rebates up to $4,000 on new Buicks. Guaranteed minimum trade-in allowance as much as $4,000 on both new and used. It's a great time to buy at Auto Choice, your GM Mark of Excellence dealer, during their year-end inventory sell-down. Auto Choice, the smart choice. Save thousands.
The frustration building on the Atlanta sideline in the face of Michael Vick. He completes this pass to Algie Crumpler, but Crumpler has the ball hit by Hawkins.
Therefore, the ruling on the field stands. Carolina ball, 1st and 10. Atlanta is charged with their second team timeout.
The Falcons use their last challenge. They are charged with their second team timeout, and they lose the football. They hit the trifecta.
That's their 4th takeaway this evening.
Now keep in mind,
that's 26 so far in 6 games.
Coming into this game, they led the league in interceptions with 22. So this defense, as you said, Paulie, they've sparked the turnaround and really done an unbelievable job.
It would not have been a first down, but it was well within field goal range that would have given them the lead. As it is, we're tied at 24, and Carolina has the ball back. Delhomme with the pocket collapsing around him, and Muhammad somehow held on. Are you kidding?
Not only did he catch it, I mean, this guy is really whacked. Then he gets back up again. He's already down because of the contact. But watch this throw. This is absolutely incredible. Right down the middle of the field. I mean, he is covered, catches it, gets whacked. He is down. Now watch him get back up.
And
holds on to the football.
What great anticipation by Jake Delhomme to throw it right around Keith Brooking.
10 catches, 135 yards for Muhammad, who's just having a brilliant year. Nick Goings to the 45. As well as they can run the ball, the clock becoming a factor. Here's why this is so big for Carolina. Right now, they are the #2 wild card team behind the Vikings. If they win, they would go to 7-7, and all these teams, even if they're 5-8, are still in it.
They were 1-7, folks.
Hey, 1-7, you're not even mathematically in it anymore. And they never quit. Delhomme over the middle. And that's the first catch for Keary Colbert, the rookie out of USC. It's the first time they have even thrown to him this week.
I cannot believe how often that Jake Delhomme has found the open man. He has thrown the ball to everybody.
Paul, when you've got that much time to be able to set back and look at the time he had, look at the spacing. That's called a throwing lane. When your offensive line gives you clear vision down the field, you can find a lot of people. Now, Keary Colbert is the one that had to fill in for Steve Smith, who was lost early in the year.
Jake Delhomme now over 300 yards passing.
Don't score too early.
Nick Goings.
You know, one of the things we didn't mention, Muhsin Muhammad is a free agent after this year.
Well, we did, but we mentioned it a few hours ago, but I'm glad you brought it up.
But you think about it now. He's a free agent, and he's smiling.
Well, he's now up to 1,200 yards for the season.
And having a chance to visit with him, he said that John Fox kept saying, we can get it done. There's no excuses. And you know what? He said, I started believing, Coach.
Well, they all certainly believe it now. Delhomme dumps it for Hoover, and Brad Hoover inside the 5, driving to the 1.
That's a first down. Now that's a first down. Oh, it's a touchdown. But you talk about leg drive, watch his feet, see this guy run. Hoover catches this ball. Look at the power that he shows. He covers up the ball. He's hit by 1, 2. There's the 3rd guy to hit him, 4th guy to hit him, and he's still on his feet. Here comes the 5th and whacks him in the head. He gets the first down. So it took 5 guys to put him on the ground.
On that play, though, too, is Muhsin Muhammad came around. He was faking a reverse, and as he came around, he saw the corner coming on a blitz, slowed down just to try and get a piece of him so Jake Delhomme would have a chance to be able to get that throw off. I mean, Muhsin Muhammad has done it catching it and thinking.
The plays we have seen just on this drive have really typified what the Carolina Panthers have been about this year. The effort, the never say die quality of this.
I mean, it's hard to believe that this score is 24-24.
Yes, it is. And that may change on this play. Delhomme fumbles. And is taken down at the 5. Matt Stewart makes the stop. So it was 1st and goal. Now it's 2nd and 5.
See, as a quarterback, when you're in goal line and short yardage situations, you have to understand that the center has got to make some quick movements. On that play, Jake just wasn't ready. That ball went right through his hands. He was incredibly lucky that he got the good bounce and had the ball come back to him. Julius Peppers, number 90. You see him standing there in the huddle. All right, you got 2nd and goal. Julius Peppers is split out to the left. And who do you have out there again? Brian Scott, number 24.
Goings. Peppers gave him a block. Touchdown. Do you believe it?
Oh, Michael's got to pick his head up, put his helmet on, and go play football.
I'm going to tell you what. You talk about, you could just go on and on about this Carolina team and how many injuries they've had, how many people they've lost, and they just keep fighting back. They're on the verge of going 6 in a row.
Paul, how about this? In the history of this franchise, they have never won a game when they were down 11 or more in the 4th quarter. They were down 14 in the 4th quarter tonight. Now they are up by 7.
Just to set the stage, 3:37 to go. We know the Atlanta Falcons are down to 1 timeout, so they'll have the timeout and the 2-minute warning, and it isn't a question of getting into field goal position. Now, if you're going to unleash Michael Vick, now's the time to do it because Nick Goings has given them the lead.
21 straight points for the Carolina Panthers.
You know, you give a lot of credit. You better give a lot of credit to this defense. I mean, they put it all together tonight, offense and defense. Jake Delhomme has been spectacular. But this defense on this football team, missing a lot of people, I'll tell you what, they are outstanding.
They're missing some people, but I want to tell you, having Dan Morgan and Mark Fields on the football field it speaks volumes. Fields, we've seen him bring pressure and cover. We've seen Dan Morgan with his ability to play the middle, and then those big guys up front. And how about Chris Gamble, the rookie from Ohio State, their #1 pick, coming in and having to play?
I don't know if on kicking this football that I wouldn't put this on the ground down the middle of the field, because Alan Rossum has just been tearing these guys up. He's the guy that's giving them field position.
You know what happens?
Well, Rossum has hurt you, and then they had the trick play with D'Angelo Hall the last time that hurt them.
When kickers, when guys returning kicks don't field it cleanly, that's when the lanes get screwed up.
Casey high and short. Rossum. No lane this time. Taken down at the 29 by Al Wallace.
Now it's in Michael Vick's hands. We've seen Jake Delhomme have the opportunity to take his team down and put him ahead.
He has had 5 game-winning drives in his career in the fourth quarter or overtime. 3 of them have come this year.
The ball is in his court. Truly, it's in his court.
And he is in the gun, where I think he should spend just a little bit more time.
They show blitz and come with it. Good block by Dunn, and this ball just whistles off the fingertips of the intended receiver.
How about Julius Peppers out there in coverage? He's unbelievable.
And another Panther is hurt.
That's Ricky Manning Jr. And he's the one that almost caught the ball. But I'll tell you what, if this thing would have hit him in the head, it would have knocked him out. This thing had to be coming 100 miles an hour.
I mean, it looks like, you know, one of those Brett Favre throws that just snap fingers off when they get there.
Well, here it comes. Take a look to the right of your screen. You're going to see this thing.
There's no way Ricky Manning Jr. is going to catch it. There's no. The last one he threw that we have up on pass was 97 miles an hour. I'll bet you that one was over 100. I mean, now 100 miles an hour with a, you know, I mean, it's relative to about 60 miles an hour throwing a football is relative to a baseball going about 100 miles an hour. I think he threw so hard it almost knocked his shoulder out.
No, he came down wrong on his shoulder. Ricky Manning Jr. did. I have to say Jr., don't I?
Sure you do.
Yes. That's his whole name, Ricky Manning Jr. Look at this thing. Well, here's the way he comes down. He comes down on that shoulder.
Well, he was snapped down by Peerless Price, who got the back of his jersey.
Here's the thing, too. Are you in 4-down territory if you're the Atlanta Falcons?
Well, you only have one timeout, but I don't think so. You can't let this team, not here, you can't let this team go up 10 on you. Here they come. Oh, boy. Here he goes.
Vick with room to run. 35-40. Hit and gets out of bounds.
See, that's the risk. That's the risk you take when you try and bring so much pressure on Michael Vick. Watch the pressure. Here it comes from the outside. He steps up. Boy, they do a nice job in the middle of the football field. Now, Mike Rucker is there. Now, keep in mind, Mike Rucker is there not necessarily to try and make a play on Mike Vick, but to direct him away from the middle of the football field where he can be most dangerous.
Julius Peppers is not in the ball game.
Peppers suffered a hand injury earlier. And this one just a little bit too high for Dez White. Couldn't hold on. Tell you what, as much as he puts on the ball, you have to be a heck of a receiver if the thing isn't right in your chest.
And he has to throw it low for you to have a chance. We saw Jake Delhomme throw the ball high to Muhsin Muhammad. Jake throws it about relatively, let's say, 70, 75 miles an hour. Much easier ball to catch. You've got to get your body in front of Michael Vick's ball, or else it'll tear your hands off.
And their leading receiver, L.G. Crumpler, is on the bench.
Blitz. They don't get there. White makes this catch. Stays inbound. Turns it up. 30. 20. 10 to the 5.
Oh, Ricky Manning Jr., what a play.
Again, this is what happens when you try to blitz Michael Vick, and that time he sat in the pocket and threw it.
And that time you saw him take something off the ball. This is not a rocket ship. This is a little rainbow out to the side. Terrific job by Dez. Look at the little hesitation. The big guy downfield, Dwayne Blake, giving him a little bit of interference, and then Ricky Manning Jr. laying out. to stop him from getting in.
56 yards. His longest reception of the year. White, the free agent from the Chicago Bears. And the Panthers will use a timeout. This is just a great move by a veteran receiver.
Well, I'll tell you, Ricky Manning Jr. gets bumped by his own man, Mike Minter, and still catches Dez White.
Well, look at that. Just catches his left foot. You don't think Dez White can run? Wow. There you go, Mike.
Well, Carolina took a timeout.
Last year we had the opportunity to watch this game between these two teams go into overtime in this dome. Could it be another one tonight? Hey, we have nowhere to go. Let's stay around.
We have to go to Indy because we have another game.
We got to be there by 7:30 Central tomorrow night.
Game doesn't start till 8:30 Eastern.
Well, let me tell you, if this game goes to overtime, we'll have another game in the same day.
That's right.
2 in a day. I'll tell you, I believe that tomorrow's game is going to be equally as exciting.
Be a little history on the line, and Peppers is back in. 1st and goal from the 5.
All right, you've got to figure they're not going to let Michael Vick get to the perimeter. So you're going to have to do something in the middle of the field.
And you can forget the field goal. This is touchdown or nothing. Vick, Morgan after it, and throws it away. Good decision by Michael Vick that time. He's got 3 more plays to go.
And I'll tell you what, Julius Peppers is limping. He got cut down again at the line of scrimmage. Here's number 90, Julius Peppers. Now watch, he gets cut down right there.
No, that's a great block by Warrick Dunn.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying.
Man, yeah, Paul, you're right. Got cut down by the little guy, chopping the big tree down.
Well, Warrick Dunn has thrown a lot of great blocks tonight. Some just standing up in the face of a blitz.
Takes the outside knee and knocks it off.
2nd and goal. Vick. He is crushed from behind. The ball is loose. The Falcons have it back at the 2. Is Vick all right? Al Wallace, number 96, just unloaded.
Michael Jenkins, number 12, is downfield, and he's the guy that gets it. Michael Vick is down.
Oh.
Everybody's talked about Michael Vick running with the football. Michael Vick has to protect himself running with the football. Michael Vick has to be careful running with the football. Michael Vick is getting absolutely killed in the pocket. If you want to protect him, get him out of that pocket.
I know things are builders. Howie, Sirius Satellite Radio is great. Yeah, we got all these different channels. Country, rock, even NFL football. Steelers! Raiders.
Hurry into Radio Shack now and save $50 on Sirius Satellite Radio after rebates when you buy a receiver and home or car docking station and subscribe to 3 months of service.
I could use a commercial break right about now.
Sirius Satellite Radio at Radio Shack.
Thank you very much.
See what it's like to fly. Get a wireless laptop with technology designed for mobile performance. Make sure it has Intel Centrino mobile technology built in.
What will you do now that the Toyota Tundra has more power?
Buy another snowmobile.
I'm gonna rip out some stumps.
I'm gonna get my tools back from my neighbor.
With an enhanced 282 horsepower iForce V8, you can do more. Tundra Double Cab. Now that's moving you forward.
This holiday season, there's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. For a free team catalog, call 877-NFL-SHOP.
Christmas comes early for the Atlanta Falcons because Al Wallace just crushes Michael Vick. The ball comes loose. Michael Jenkins, Johnny on the spot to recover at the 2. The ball would have been back outside the 10, but because it was just outside of 2 minutes, You don't have to bring it back. Someone else can recover it. They get it at the 2, and Michael Vick is okay.
Well,
how lucky is that?
Michael Rucker is the guy that knocked the ball for Carolina. He's the guy that knocked it forward.
3rd and goal. Warrick Dunn tries to go to the outside. Stopped just short, and there's a flag at the 5.
And there's a holding penalty against the Atlanta Falcons.
You know what? This could work out to the benefit of the Atlanta Falcons, because now I don't...
Holding, offense, number 80. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
That's Eric Beverly, the tight end. Instead of 4th and inches, you will have 3rd and goal from the 12.
I don't think they would be able to physically pound it in on 4th and inches. There's the hold inside. Warrick Dunn goes outside. Chris Gamble makes a great tackle on the corner. I think what you do now is you go 4 wides or spread the field out, put Michael Vick in the shotgun, let him scramble around, make a play, give the guy a chance to make a play. This is the way to do it. Spread it out.
Got 3 wide receivers. It's 3rd and goal. Vick pulls up, throws, tipped out of the end zone. Now it will be 4th and goal. Mike Minter got a hand on it. And then Colin Branch was there as well.
Do you know what? Michael Vick is on the outside, and you know who he sees? Number 90. Julius Peppers.
Oh, he's going to see him in his dreams.
Yeah, he said, there ain't no way I can run by this guy. So this ball is thrown and tipped up in the air.
See, Michael Vick's got to get himself to the huddle or use their last timeout.
Might as well use the last timeout, and you can't take him home with you.
Well, the other thing is you score here, all of a sudden you got the Panthers. They might have only 1 timeout, but they'll have about a minute and a half, maybe a minute and 20 seconds to do something with the football.
Well, the other reason I think a timeout is good is you just had Michael Vick run virtually the width of the field. You'd like to get him recovered, and you'd like to go into that playbook, find the best formation, best play you've got.
After he was almost planted into the field.
Exactly. Well, we've told you throughout the night, for Carolina, they started 1-7. They've won 5 games in a row. They believe they have to continue to win to have any kind of a chance to stay alive in the wild card. Although with the numbers of the other teams in the NFC, you never know. But realistically, if they win that 6th in a row and get to 500, they would be a wild card if the season ended tonight.
You know the bad thing about taking a timeout? You let this Carolina defense get a rest. And you watch these guys come now.
Who gets to be the guy to make a play?
They cannot get a 1st down. It's touchdown or nothing. Vick under pressure, straight up the middle, touchdown. Holy cow.
Put the kid in a place where he can make a play. That's what makes Michael Vick so incredibly special.
That's where he did it from, though, was from inside the pocket. He just ran straight up the field.
But the formation spread the entire Carolina Panther defense out.
What a ball game.
Unbelievable.
And now this may be reviewed upstairs.
It's worth it.
Is he touched at all when he goes down? That might be very close. There he is touched.
His knee is not on the ground.
No,
I believe he's in.
His knee never goes down on the ground.
How he manages to keep his knees off the ground is incredible. He is airborne right there. It's a touchdown, and no part of his body has made contact with the ground.
When his knee does come down, the ball has already broken the plane, hasn't it?
That's all it has to do.
But let me just say this, the good thing for Carolina is they don't have to challenge this thing. This is done upstairs. So they have 1 timeout that they would save. Had they challenged this, been able to challenge it, they would have lost that last time out. They keep it.
Wow.
Dan Morgan almost saved the game. All he had to do was touch Michael Vick. He did, and Vick somehow stayed airborne long enough to get the ball across the plane. Keep in mind, the ball has to break just the front of the goal line, and it's a touchdown.
And you see Dan Morgan, I think he just barely gets his heel.
He did.
Now, Dan Morgan, in year one, broke a leg. Last year, he had a hernia problem. This year, he's had concussions, missed 6 games. But his presence back on that field makes a world of difference to this Carolina defense.
I'll tell you, it's amazing how Michael Vick kept his knees off the ground long enough to get the ball in the end zone.
And it's clear from virtually every angle that when he finally did touch the turf with either his knee or his thigh, the ball had clearly broken the plane, and it should be a touchdown.
This was a classic example of the Carolina Panthers having everybody covered. They forced Michael Vick to take off and run. You got the perfect play out there, and then all of a sudden, here comes the X factor. Watch this. They're spread out. Carolina's doubling. They've got everybody covered. Warrick Dunn cleans out. Dan Morgan can't quite get to him, nor can Mike Minter.
And this is why people will argue that Michael Vick should be the quarterback of this team. What he has done earlier with some rather poor passing numbers are why people will argue he should play another position. It's never going to end, I don't think.
No, it isn't until he goes 25 for 25 throwing a ball in a ball game for 700 yards.
Now, that'll take care of it.
I will say this. I'm not sure whether a West Coast style of offense suits Michael Vick. I know that's where Greg Knapp, the offensive coordinator's history is from, but I think that Greg is in a process of finding out what he can do with his quarterback. The effectiveness of him from the shotgun. We saw it on this particular play. Spread the field a little bit more. Let him use his athletic ability.
I know this is an important call, but it is taking an inordinate amount of time. It is
after
or
reviewing play, the ruling on the field stands is a touchdown.
Could you just imagine if he would have said it wasn't?
Oh, glad we're up here if that had happened.
Because there's nobody left this building.
They went 71 yards in 8 plays in 2 minutes. But if you call now, there's more. We have 1:37 to go.
Carolina still has 1 timeout left.
And they have to make the point after. And do. We are tied at 31.
Plenty of time, 1:37. This is what coaches do. They give you 1:30. Every 2-minute drill that I've watched practice, the ones I've run, you get 1:30, 1 timeout, and they tell you we need a field goal to win. And if the Atlanta Falcons don't get on top of Muhsin Muhammad, I would be very surprised.
2 totally different styles, of course. Jake Delhomme, 327 yards passing, 2 scores. He has not rushed for a single yard. Doesn't have to. Michael Vick does. That's his game. 68 yards on the ground, 154 passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 big interceptions.
I go with the Brett Favre rule here. Absolutely.
Just get first down?
Yeah, that's all he says. Just move the chains. Just keep moving the chains. And all you got to do is get yourself in field goal position. Just move the chains. And somebody, or 2, or 3, better cover Muhsin Muhammad. Now, but the worst part about it is for Atlanta, Jake has been throwing the ball to tight ends.
Keep in mind, you've got Broussard back there, number 85, and he's the one that sort of gave the Atlanta Falcons new life when he fumbled that punt.
One thing about this time of the game, too, is you know, the clock is going down. The middle of the field is open.
And you saw Jim Mora reinforcing with his quarterback the good things that happened on that sequence. This one will bounce through the end zone. Out of bounds. Let's check in with Susie.
Well, Mike, Brenson Buckner, the veteran on this team, said these are the cardiac cats that everyone has grown to love. An unflappable quarterback in Jake Delhomme. Julius Peppers, one of the best athletes athletes in the game leading that defense. This is what everyone loves, the grinded-out offense of the running game behind Nick Goins. Play good D, get turnovers, keep on winning, and they could be in the playoffs.
Wow.
Doesn't get much better than this, does it?
What? What'd you say?
Delhomme with time to the sideline, and Kroll gets out of bounds.
What a job of knowing where everybody is. Jake Delhomme wanted to go down the middle of the football field. Again, that offensive line does a terrific job of keeping the Falcons' defensive line off.
And look what Ricky Prohl did. He needed 10, he got 12. I mean, these are smart players.
Ricky Prohl has been doing it for a long, long time. He will get open. He'll get open more than most guys, and he'll catch it if he can touch it. Little toss to Goings. I don't know about that play call. Goings knocked down by DeMario Williams. A loss of 6, and the clock will run.
DeMario Williams, a rookie out of Nebraska, their 4th-round pick, showed you why they took him. Unbelievable speed. He just ran right between the offensive linemen trying to block.
This not only costs you 6 yards, but it's eating up 30 seconds. How Jake Delhomme heard a whistle, I don't know, but it's going to be a movement call against Carolina.
See, I don't even understand that call. I mean, what are you going to do with it?
Neither do I.
I mean, Nick Goings, what are you going to do with this thing? Especially when you've got a defense that are coming after the quarterback.
False start on the offense, number 69. Please put 101 on the game clock. Put 101 on the game clock.
Jordan Gross, the left tackle, called for the motion. But it's 2nd and 21.
Well, I would find Muhsin Muhammad, and I would make sure that he doesn't get off the line of scrimmage real easy and real smooth.
Well, they got him in the slot, so they can get him off the line of scrimmage.
They've got Kevin Mathis over on him.
Draw play, Goings. And right now, Carolina is playing this very close to the vest. If they had broken that play for a big one, that's fine. They didn't, so they're not going to be concerned about it. Right now, they're thinking overtime.
I didn't agree with either one of those plays, the pitch to Goings or this one. I really felt like the way Jake Delhomme, with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, the first one's complete out of bounds. The way he's been throwing the football, the way these guys have been catching it, give him a chance to win.
I think the first one led to this call.
Absolutely.
And then I think you've got to do this on 3rd and long. They are just going to play for overtime, and the Falcons out of timeouts can't do anything about it.
Well, you better hope you get the football, because I think Michael Vick has decided that it's now become his football game, and I think the offensive coordinator, Greg Knapp, of the Atlanta Falcons, has decided he wants to put it in Michael's hands.
And an early Christmas present for you. We are going to have some free football.
Wow.
I'll tell you, this really is a wild football game, because, you know, Carolina knows that they have to win all 3 basically to get in it. And Atlanta needs to win to give them the chance, not only for the bye, but if any chance at all to have the bye all the way. I mean, you know, the home field advantage all the way.
To look at this game, Carolina just absolutely had dominated. They have absolutely dominated the second half.
Here's Larry Nemers with the overtime procedure.
Overtime in the National Football League, first team to score wins. All rules and timing of the 4th quarter apply. All replays will be handled by the booth in the press box. Each team gets 2 timeouts. Carolina will call the toss, tails, and heads. Heads is called. It's heads. Carolina won the toss. They will receive. Which goal are you going to defend?
We'll come back to Atlanta for overtime. Panthers and the Falcons.
on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 50 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money.
Back in the 1800s, when my great-great-grandfather Adolphus began brewing Budweiser, getting an ice-cold beer in the West wasn't even possible. So he came up with an idea. Refrigerated railroad cars and ice houses along the railroad in order to get Budweiser across the country in the freshest possible condition. That sure made a lot of cowboys happy back then. Today, we take the same pride in bringing our customers not only the very best tasting beer, but the freshest beer possible.
Peyton Manning and the Colts hope to shatter the elusive single-season touchdown record against Ray Lewis and the tenacious Ravens D. Sunday Night Football, Ravens-Colts, tomorrow night at 8:30 on ESPN.
Tonight on SportsCenter, how Big Ben helped Pittsburgh steal a game from Eli. Break down the Panthers wildcard hunt and why Peyton will keep his date with history on Sunday at SportsCenter right after the game.
Set to go to overtime. Panthers and the Falcons, 31-31. It's after midnight in the East. So later tonight, we will do the second game
of our doubleheader.
We'll be in Indianapolis. We've never done 2 games in one day before. Get ready for this.
Oh, mama.
What a game here in the Georgia Dome.
And will the Carolina Panthers come out and do what they did the entire second half, throw the football around and get themselves in position for a chance to win it without ever letting the Falcons have an opportunity to make a run at it?
I agree with you totally. Don't even think about letting Michael Vick on that field.
Well, their strength has been coming from behind. You can't come from behind in overtime. First team to score wins it.
How about Jake in 2 years, 10 comebacks? Last year,
unreal.
Last year, 4 wins. Every overtime game.
Starting with the first game that he got into, and that was what started their run and his ascension to the starting quarterback spot. Broussard from the 2. Hesitated, didn't get back to the 20. They'll start from there. Tomorrow night, or later tonight, if you will, NFL continues at 8:30 Eastern. Peyton Manning goes after Dan Marino's single-season record of 48 touchdown passes in a single year. He'll have to try to do it against that brilliant Baltimore Raven defense led by Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Our coverage starts with NFL primetime at 7:30 Eastern.
And Peyton Manning only had 29 touchdown passes last year.
Only.
Jake Delhomme's looking for just one more tonight.
Draw play Goings. Trying to get outside. And hit at the line of scrimmage as that defense swarms. Patrick Kearney was not about to let him get outside.
Now, this is a big load for this Atlanta Falcon defense. You've mentioned it before, Paul. They're not a big bunch of guys. So you keep pounding on them. You keep pounding on them. They're going to get tired. They're running on adrenaline right now. I mean, everybody in this place is running on adrenaline. Paul, you.
I'm walking on adrenaline.
Four-man rush. Delhomme going deep. And overthrows Muhammad. He had a step on Brian Scott.
Muhammad's got to come out. I'll tell you what, he's tired. But this ball, watch Muhammad go by. I mean, this ball, if it's even close, they're already in field goal range. I liked the play. I didn't like the first play, but I liked the second one.
Brian Scott just got trapped in his back pedal way too long.
So Muhammad is out on 3rd and 9. Who do you look for? The veteran Prohl?
Absolutely.
You go to the rookie Colbert?
Where is Ricky Prohl?
Get one of those tight ends.
Blitz coming. They pick it up. Too high for Prohl. Intercepted. Aaron Beasley. Beasley back to the 25, to the 23. A 30-yard return for Aaron Beasley, who in his final year at West Virginia led the NCAA in interceptions.
Jake Delhomme had a shot. Ricky Prohl was open. The ball just sails on him. Watch it from Skycam. Down the middle of the football field. Jake just hangs this up.
Boy,
good job by Kevin Mathis getting in front of him, though. Jake just tries to drop this right over Mathis' head. Ricky can't get to it. I promise you, if Muhsin Muhammad is in there, he makes that catch.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, that had to be the perfect pass. You had to throw it over a safety and be in front of the corner, and it didn't get done.
How many yards do you want to get, and where do you want to put the football to attempt the field goal?
Going to be a big dose of Warrick Dunn here. And he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think you do anything here that might lose you yardage or lose you the football. From here, it'd be around 40.
Well, we were watching Feely before the game, Michael, you and I, and he was knocking them in from like 52 yards out with ease.
I don't think distance is a question.
No.
I think it's direction here. Michael Vick, not a great night throwing, 11 for 28. I don't expect him to see the ball in the air here.
Feely has already missed one from 45 and hit from 37.
And I think if you're going to kick it, you kick it now. Because if something gets screwed up, at least you have one more down, and that's what they're going to do. You kick, it's a smart way to do it. You do it on third down.
Well, the Falcons are undefeated, 4-0 in games decided by 3 or fewer points. That ties them with the Jaguars. And Feely will come in on third down to try a 38-yarder. This is because if you have a bad snap, you'd still have another opportunity.
He also is 4 for 5 from this distance. So
Carolina
he has missed one.
Carolina's going to take a timeout, Joe.
This would be to win, and certainly there are many interested teams. This would drop Carolina to 6-8 and put St. Louis back in the driver's seat if they win tomorrow, and drop Carolina 2 games behind Minnesota in that race for the 2 wild cards. And St. Louis will be at Arizona tomorrow, and you can only wonder who the quarterback might be for the Cardinals.
I believe Carolina gets Tampa next, so that's got to be a game of concern for them, because both of them would have the 8th loss as well.
Feely for the win from 38. This would make the Falcons 11-3. Got it. Atlanta wins in overtime. And the rookie head coach wins another big ball game at home, and the Carolina Panthers, it is a crushing defeat for them. Let's go to Susie Colbert.
The celebration is on for Michael Vick. Michael, how does your body withstand this?
I don't know, man. I just keep going. You know, just keep working throughout whatever happens, and, you know, just keep telling myself I can do it. So, you know, just keep trying to make plays whenever I can.
What kind of battle was this against the team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl last year?
It was a tough battle. We know they're going to come to play. It's a divisional opponent. So we just got to come to play. Make sure, you know, we prepare and prepare for any look that they give us, and make sure we come to play.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Brad.
Our final score, 34-31, Atlanta over Carolina in overtime. Stay tuned for SportsCenter. For Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire, Susie Colbert, and our entire ESPN crew, the best in the business. This is Mike Patrick saying goodnight from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. We'll see you later today from Indianapolis.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.
During this season of giving, football fans were treated to a Saturday special of gridiron action, from the Giants and Steelers madness in the Meadowlands to slick Michael Vick running wild to a Division III college championship. We'll let the pigskin party begin on SportsCenter right now.
SportsCenter on the television, paired up with Scott Van Pelt. I am John Anderson. Thanks for having us. The A's Big Three is down to one. Yeah, Mulder on the move to St. Lou. We'll get to that right after the NFL football on Saturday, which is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, that was Uno, right?
Yeah, thanks.
You're big in the community. Top pick in the draft, and Big Ben hooked up in the Meadowlands in a game that was much more hotly contested than some would have expected. There's old Eli. Of course, he was number 1. Ben Roethlisberger, the man from the MAC, number 11 overall. Willie Ponder on the opening kickoff will do something that the Giants have not done since 1966 in the regular season, and that's take it all the way. Troy Polamalu, who plays like his hair's on fire, which is saying something because he's got that lovely Hawaiian silky. But that's a touchdown. Polamalu couldn't get him at 7-0 G-Men. Eli fired up because he didn't get crushed by the Steelers, though he would play very well in this game. Steelers ball, Roethlisberger to Antoine Randall L., who had a monster game later in the drive. You'll remember that he played a little quarterback whilst at Indiana. And we go a little tricky number to Veron Hayes, 10-yard touchdown. We're going to have to look at it one more time. It's your top play nominee. Randall L. just quickly flipped, what do you call it, the magic bean?
Yeah.
That's your thing, and it's a touchdown. Well done. But Eli doing well. Shockey rapidly becoming a target he goes to frequently, and it's 14-7 G-Men. Steelers ball. It's 14-10. Roethlisberger to Antoine Randall L. He was just terrorizing the Giants secondary all day long. 5 grabs, $149. He's wide open. He's happy the Steelers are ahead. Later in the second, Jerome Bettis goes over 10,000 yards as a Steeler. He's 5th place all time in the NFL's rushing list. This guy may be a little underappreciated, one of the true greats that there's ever been. They had a field goal. It's 2014. Now it's 23-17. Manning, the key here, he had protection all day. Didn't get sacked all day. Goes up top. Well done. David Tyree, huge play. Now he moved down to the goal line. Marcellus Rivers, where you at? Right here. To the paint, and the Giants are on top. Now they're behind in the 4th quarter. They've matriculated the ball down to the goal line, and Tiki takes it in. Giants go for 2, don't get it. It's a 4-point game. Now it's Ben Roethlisberger's turn. Back and forth we go. These guys looking like anything but rookies. Pittsburgh had 469 yards of total offense. They didn't punt at all, and there's that man again, Antoine Randall L. making such a great adjustment on the underthrow. And now it's the bus again. Just pounding it into the end zone. The Steelers back on top. 33-30. Yeah, Antoine, you earned the right to talk a little bit. Can Eli answer? It's 3rd and 2. And Manning didn't make a bunch of mistakes, but here, maybe a bit greedy. Well, his receiver goes down. Willie Williams gets the pick. But was it interference? Well, you're never going to get the flag when the feet get tangled up. He and Amani Toomer get tangled. They go down. And the Steelers, riding the back of their rookie, continue to win and win and win. Jerome Bettis incidentally broke a tie with legendary Jim Brown, moving into 5th place. Another 100-yard effort. He'll join Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, and Eric Dickerson as the only players with at least 60 100-yard games. He was the story running the ball. The youngsters passing the ball did their part as well. Fellas, your thoughts on the day?
Losing's losing. It's never fun. But, you know, at least when you go out there and you compete and you have a chance to win in the 4th quarter, you know, you just feel better because our offense got better today. We played better. We played against a good team and had a shot to win.
Our defense has carried us all year. I said to our offense, I said it's time that we kind of carry the load a little bit. Let's go down. If we have to get into a shootout, let's score every time we have the ball. Our defense stepped up big at the end of the game, and we ran the ball out.
Steelers, a 7th team in NFL history and the 6th in the Super Bowl era to put together a 12-game winning streak in a season. The good news for Pittsburgh, as the song suggests,
what is the good news?
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. The previous 5 all went to the Super Bowl, and the previous 4, including the Pats, won it. Sean Salisbury, your thoughts?
All right, Scott, some questions were answered in this game. Do the Giants have a quarterback of the future? And can Pittsburgh continue the run? Both of them came true in Saturday's game. Let's start with these quarterbacks and Eli Manning. All the abuse he's taken. Who does he look like there? Looks a bit like his brother, doesn't he? Directing traffic. And watch how Tiki Barber responds. The blitz, an all-out blitz on the left. Barber comes across the formation, gets his man. And this is Eli understanding protection. Throws the ball when he knows he's going to take a shot down the field on the deep end cut, right on the money for the catch, first down, and a chain mover to Toomer. Then Manning again realizes trust in your protection. Barber comes across the formation again to make the block. But Manning goes through his decision, doesn't throw it to the flat, hits Toomer again down the field for another first down. And you'll love this. Free runner, hot read, gets it out of his hand, and then lets Hilliard do the rest inside the red zone. Nice performance. Same thing on the other side. That was the one that put him ahead. Now Pittsburgh comes back, and there you see Ben Roethlisberger beating the blitz. And I love this. Looks to his right. First one not open. Down the middle, second one not open. Come to the left. How about the third? Let me swing it out here to Bettis as my fourth guy in the progression when I'm down by 4 points and I need to answer Eli Manning's touchdown. Then the play action. Great protection. It's easy to have confidence as a rookie when you got forever and a day to throw. Then the nice pitch. Randall L. comes and gets it at its highest point. And Scott, Pittsburgh does it again.
That they do, Sean. The race for home field critical here, and Pittsburgh currently has the edge. Each team has one loss. As you'll recall, the Steelers gave New England their one loss back in Week 8. Nobody wants to play the Pats in Gillette Stadium. They are 17-0 there over the last 2 years, including the playoffs. Our question of the night. Which team will have home field advantage in the AFC playoffs? Real simple. Pats, Steelers, log on to vote. We're on the air for a while, coming up to a basketball game. Not sure how much time you have to vote, so get on, vote now.
Don't waste time. And to baseball now. The Oakland A's, rich in starting pitching that they can't afford to pay at the high end of big league prices. So they're marking it down and moving it out while it still has value. Mark Mulder dealt tonight to the St. Louis Cardinals, the second of the A's big three starters to be traded away in 3 days. Tim Hudson first to Atlanta. Now Mulder and Barry Zito must either be untouchable or starting to pack. In return, the Cards send pitchers Rich Herron, Kiko Calero, and catching prospect Derek Barton to Oakland. St. Louis gets the ace it couldn't afford to pick up in the crazy money market of free agency. Left-handed Mulder, a bona fide stopper when he's right, a weakness of the Redbirds for sure during the World Series. 81, 42, and 5 full seasons, signed through this season with a club option for 2006. And if this mark works out as good as the last mark the Cards got from the A's, McGuire will be grand. Here are the particulars. Mulder, 17 games in 2004. He won. Faded in the second half, though. Started the All-Star game, then went 5-6 after the break. 0-4, the ERA of more than 8 in his last 7 starts. There you see Herron, Calero, Barton, the Cards' first-round pick in 2003. A shock to many, and most, that is for sure. A's have traded Mulder and Hudson in the last 48 hours. Mulder, 72 wins over the last 4 years, second most in baseball. Tim Hudson, ridiculous 92-39 in his 6-year career. Those 92 wins are good for 5th most in A's history. And since 2000, the duo of Hudson and Mulder combined for 162 wins, more than a third of Oakland's total during that span. Certainly been quite a week for the best pitchers in the game. Last Saturday, Roger Clemens accepted arbitration from the Astros, so he'll make a few beans, depending how that works out. Pedro signed with the Mets for just stupid money. Hudson was traded to the Braves. Randy Johnson deal in the works, more on that in a bit. And Mulder traded away on Saturday.
Well, his team battled gamely John Fox's Panthers. Now he's addressing the media after a tough OT loss.
Were you trying to just play for the overtime, or was there
you know, you got to be careful there. You know, we tried something that worked earlier. They played it well, and, you know, credit's got to go to them. You know, we got to overtime, gave ourselves an opportunity. Just didn't happen.
You talk about...
What are you talking about bouncing back, trying to pick his lines?
They're all tough. I mean, this is, you know, they're all tough.
What about Peppers' play today? And I mean, continued another outstanding performance from him again.
You know, Julius has had a great season. You know, in my opinion, he's one of the better defensive ends in this league, and you know, I think he helped show most of the country tonight, you know, what he's capable of. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, well, that was less than thrilling, but Michael in Atlanta, in a thriller. Highlights on the way as the Falcons win it. Kick it, Sean, kick it! Could you one time kick it? And Allen Iverson goes absolutely berserk in Milwaukee. You got to stay to see it. He nearly broke the speed limit.
an NBA Christmas Day special as Shaq's Heat take on Kobe's Lakers. Pistons, Pacers, and Heat Lakers. Christmas Day on ESPN and ABC.
At Fred Meyer Jewelers and Littman Jewelers, this quarter-carat total weight diamond anniversary ring is on sale for $299. But for 3 days only, save an additional $120 and pay only $179 at Fred Meyer Jewelers and Littman Jewelers.
Hey, Red, can my kid sit in your lap?
What?
All these great prices, there's no time to see Santa.
Oh, but I'm a red tag. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, and he's a kid, and you're in a red suit. Ho, ho, ho.
Holiday shopping just got a lot easier. The GM Red Tag Sale. The price on the tag is the price you pay. It's that simple. See some red, save some green.
Next.
Cold hard fact. Only Coors Light is frost brewed at ice cold temperatures. Stored cold and shipped cold. And when beer starts out this cold, it ends up this refreshing. Coors Light, our goal, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
Sports Center, brought to you by Fred Meyer Jewelers and Littman Jewelers for all those special times. And Hooters. This season, make it Hooters for the holidays.
NFL on ESPN tonight, Panthers, Falcons, excellent game. Carolina's won 5 straight, but Michael Vick owns these Cats 4-0. Leads his team.